Hey everyone, my name is Jen OSullivan with the peppermintlounge.us, and we're talking about bottle handling. So, all of us are really particular about our bottles, and when you let friends touch them and use them, we're kind of a little bit freaks about our essential oils. So I'm going to tell you how to properly educate people, but also to educate yourself. Now, they're in these amber bottles. The reason they're in these amber bottles is so that the sun or the the UV rays don't deteriorate these things. They will never go bad if you keep them in a cool, dark place. They will go bad if you leave them in your car. So don't leave your essential oils, and don't leave those roller bottles in your car either. So these need to be stored in a cool, dry place. That is the way that they can literally last forever. So we want to keep the cap securely tight, but we want to make sure that these bottles, we are not transferring these into clear bottles, and if we are transferring them into a roller bottle, that you're doing them in small quantities. Okay? So your carrier oils will go bad, but essential oils will not, as long as they stay cool. Alright, that begs the question too about putting these into hot things and teas and all of that. They're fine for a little while, but if they're constantly in a hot environment, they will go bad. Okay, so when you open up the cap, you have what's called the orifice reducer. Now, I see a lot going on around on the internet and on ads and everything of people touching these and then using them to put them on. Do not touch the orifice reducer. It changes the actual chemical makeup of your oil. These all have a frequency, and the moment you touch them with your epithelials, which are your skin cells, you have now successfully contaminated your oil. So it's interesting because a lot of people, you'll see people trying to put it out on their hand, and they've got it right on their, don't touch them. Tell people, please don't touch the orifice reducer. Now, the essential oils will kill any bacteria, so that's not the problem. We don't care about germs because the essential oil will kill the germs. What we care about is our oils being contaminated with our skin cells. So we're going to just be very clear about that and not ever touching the orifice reducer. The other thing is understanding that when you're done with the oil, you can touch it, obviously, because you're done with the oil. But we'll save these bottles to make blends of other things. Now, if it's something you go through a lot of, touch it, whatever. If you're going to go through it, I go through peppermint. One of these bottles I go through a month. So if I did want to touch it, I could and not feel bad about it. And the roller balls, we're rolling them all over, so we're technically contaminating our oils. So please do not put a roller ball onto an oil that you will not use that often. You only put the roller ball on an oil if you're going through it in a month, okay? Less than 6 months, something like that. But even then, it's getting contaminated. So that's proper usage. I just wanted you to kind of know that about these little oils, that we want to protect them from our contamination, which we are completely contaminated. So hopefully that makes sense. Even when it's people smelling them, and you see people even low, you can smell them down here and you can still smell it. But I see people, and they're getting their nose, it's like touching their nose. I'm like, no, 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 don't touch it. So it's not about the boogers. I could care less. I care about the epithelials. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we don't want our skin cells getting into the oils. The more that happens, it's fine. If you've done it a couple times, fine. Just stop doing it, okay? You want to keep your oils as fresh and clean and as potent as possible. So no more contaminating. We're going to keep this oil on here tight, okay, nice and tight, and put it in a nice, cool, dry place. If you do need to remove this, the cap actually will pull this off fairly easily. You can get that orifice reducer off without even touching it. See, I was able to remove that, and then I can stick it back in. So there it is. I can just screw it back on, and that puts it back on. So I never have to touch it, ever. I've never touched this at all. Good? Okay, so that is how to manage those bottles, all right? Take care. Again, if you want to find out more information on essential oils or see tons of videos, you can go to the peppermintlounge.us or check out more on this YouTube feed. All right, have a great day. Bye.